Hi, and welcome back to Three and Out with Chris Spielman. I'm Mike O'Hara, once again brought to you by the good people of Comerica. And Chris Spielman, the Detroit Lions get to their bye with a 1-3 record. Certainly not what they wanted, and certainly not what they looked like they were headed for early in Sunday's game against the New Orleans Saints, a 14-0 lead, and it evaporated and turned into a 35-29 loss. 5 straight touchdown drives by the New Orleans Saints. Before we break it down, go three and out with any of these plays, Chris, tell me how you would feel, what's happened to the Detroit Lions, that they can't hold leads, a golden opportunity like Sunday just slipped through their hands.
The games that I have observed, every week there's one team with energy. They're just ready to play. They don't need fans. They don't need anything. They just are ready to play, and they create their own energy. And I'm not sure. I have not seen a Lions game in person, but from what I heard, there's just not a lot of enthusiasm right now about playing. And the teams that are doing well are playing for each other. They're celebrating each other, and they're celebrating the fact that they get to play in the midst of a pandemic. And what I've watched, the games that I've been, that's been clear. And if you look at the records overall in the NFL record, there is no home field advantage. Home field teams are 500 in this league going into yesterday.
There's no advantage playing at home on the road in this current environment. Like you said, make your own energy, but how do you make that? Where does the enthusiasm come from?
I mean, it has to come from, look, everybody wants to get on the coach, and I understand the coach is ultimately responsible, but enthusiasm for playing can only come from those who are playing. And so it's incumbent upon the players to create that energy and that juice. That's my own personal feeling. And, it's a long way to go yet, Mike. And this league and this year is crazy. It's almost like survival of the fittest, so you can't get your head down. You just got to keep going out and grinding. That's the only choice that they have. And they dug themselves a hole again, and we'll have to see if they can get out of it.
All right, let's take a look at the key plays. The Lions score in their first possession, a touchdown pass, and they get the ball back immediately on a tip pass at the line of scrimmage by Danny Shelton, picked off by Darrell Roberts for an interception, putting the Lions in position at the 18-yard line. Break it down, go three and out. Tell us what you see on this turnover.
Well, I think what Danny Shelton does here, he's got a bull rush right now, so he knows his momentum's kind of being stopped. So recognizing he's not going to get to the quarterback, being a veteran that he is, he'll get that right hand in the air because he knows that out of the 6 passing lanes, he's responsible for 1 of the passing lanes. And so he sees the quarterback's eyes in Drew Brees. I mean, we talk about defensive back reading the eyes. Well, Danny Shelton will see the eyes of the quarterback. His eyes isn't on his man. His eyes are on Drew Brees. And once he sees that ball being thrown, instinctively, he throws that right hand in the air and does a great job and creates an opportunity for Roberts to get the pick. And, if you're Matt Patricia and the staff, what better start do you want, man? You just been given 14 points. And, then all that seemed to do was tick the Saints off. So that's just what happened. But it's a good play by Danny and a good play by Roberts.
Well, it's an opening drive touchdown pass to DeAndre Swift, the rookie running back, who really has played pretty good ball lately. And then this one to Kenny Golladay, a second touchdown catch in as many games. And it's 14-0. And we get the sensation that the Lions are dominating the game. But in fact, that's been one play that the Saints offense has been on the field, but it seemed like they've been out there and getting thrashed forever. But here they come back and they score 5 straight touchdowns. Here's number 4, a touchdown pass, 20 yards to Traquan Smith in the last minute of the first half to make it 28-14. Break it down. Tell us what you see. Go 3 and out.
Right here, when you have that free release by Traquan Smith, now I think the corner is expecting help from the free safety Harmon, but the fact that you give him a free release inside, run it back. Now, what you allow to happen when you do that, look at all the field that he has to work with to create separation. And the Saints do a good job here of max protecting. And that means only getting 2 men out in the route. So you're going to give max protection for Drew Brees to sit back there. Then Traquan is maybe getting help from Harmon, but Harmon has 2 guys running at him, right? So Drew Brees will use his highs, move Harmon just a tad, then throw to that back pylon for Traquan Smith to get open. So, it's tough duty. I think, and I don't know what's being coached or what's not being coached there, but if we go back by alignment, I kind of like it when we have an inside alignment, and we take away that inside so he does not have from the left hash of the field all the way to the sidelines to work. I want to take away that inside and make it difficult for him to get across the field, because I'm not guaranteed that I'm getting help from the free safety in the back end. And this is a design play. Look at the max protection. Look how many guys are staying in to protect. We have guys that are ready to help guys. And when you get max protection like this and you don't get any pressure like Breeze, that just puts extra pressure down on the corner. And that's just a free release, and Drew Brees, when he has a guy that wide open, won't miss.
Okay, let's move along. Ended at 28-14, and there's one more touchdown drive, and that's their opening possession of the third quarter to make it 35-14. It's 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line. Ordinarily, it might be a play-action pass or something, but they run it right up the gut. 6-yard touchdown run by Latavius Murray.
See the nose guard? Everybody else is a linebacker. So if you're Drew Brees, the one thing that might have happened here, and I don't know if it is or not the case, but you could audible to that because it's favorable for a run, because you're going to count on your offensive lineman to get a push on all the linebackers and defensive backs that are standing up at the line of scrimmage. See, nobody's down in the 3-point stand. So Matt Patricia here, I think, is betting on a pass. Now, a couple things. I want everybody to look at 62, because 62 is the key to this play working. Also 89. This is called a wham play. 62 is going to double the nose and get up on number 21, Tracy Walker. 89 is going to come in. He's going to kick out Jamie Collins, who tries to get there and just a tad late. Then Latavius Murray squeaks through that just a little hole. We always talk about this, a game of inches all the time. Look at that little hole that Latavius Murray was able to get to, and he's a big man. He gets close to the end zone. He's gonna fall in. But the key block is by 62, creating that push on the nose guard and getting up to the second level on the linebacker, which allowed for the touchdown score. And that's just, trusting your guys. And that's a personnel matchup of who the Lions had in the game at that time on their 3rd and 6 defense, and who the Saints had in the game, which was an advantage to run the football for the Saints.
One more salvo from the Detroit Lions in the third quarter. They get a touchdown, then they get a final touchdown in the fourth quarter, make it 35-29 with a tacked on 2-point conversion, and then couldn't get the ball back. Now we're in the bye week, and this is probably a time where you want to heal up and all that. It's a different time, though, with the virus and how they handle all this, the testing. But if you're a player on the Detroit Lions or you're a head coach with the Detroit Lions, what do you look for in these next 14 days, next 13 days, I should say, before you play again?
I think if I'm Matt, I think what I would tell them before they're off, first of all, there's a responsibility to take care of yourself and keep yourself healthy by any means necessary. We have an obligation to the Detroit Lions, and people aren't going to like this, but I'm open for suggestions. I would say, hey, we got to hit the restart button. We have 12 games left. We have to hit the restart button. We can do this. And we have to, I would challenge each and every guy by saying, remember when football was fun and we enjoyed playing and we enjoyed playing for each other? We have to get back to that. That's my message.
Well, the restart button, Chris Spielman, starts in 2 weeks in Jacksonville. We'll be back for that. We'll break it down again and go 3 and out.